What's up, everyone? Welcome back to CJC Collectibles. I'm throwing my hat in the ring. I'm going to talk about this using imaging technology to determine what's inside your Pokemon packs or your Pokemon sealed product or whatever they can do. I'm sure there's all kinds of technology that allows them to see whatever is inside of anything. Um, but yeah, I basically wanted to just touch on the fact that people that would be doing this, I think the only time that you could ever expect any kind of return, um, and it's somewhat like it's kind of shady, like I think anyone, I don't know people in the hobby, but just speaking personally, if I was in a position to get my products scanned, my sealed first edition base set booster boxes scanned, um, I would probably just not do that. One of the most important things when building a customer base is integrity, and if that is damaged or tarnished in any way at any point, it brings into question all future transactions. And yeah, it's just a really bad thing. You want to make sure that people trust your product, that trust you, right? They trust your image. You want to make sure that everyone knows that you do the right thing all the time. And if you do make a mistake, that you do right by whoever you made the mistake to, or you explain yourself. And especially nowadays with so much social media and community involvement and everything, you want to make sure that you are as squeaky clean as possible. So personally, if I was to get any of my products scanned, I'm just thinking about this purely from a financial perspective, right? Let's say I had 10 base set first edition booster boxes sitting in my garage and I wanted to get them scanned. What would I be looking for, right? With the cost of a box, like if I was to sell it, I would expect $250,000, right, per box. The only thing that I would be interested in finding is the Charizard, if we're talking about any kind of ROI, right? Because if there is a Charizard in the box, that is a potential PSA 10. The only thing is, you don't, who knows? Maybe the technology will grow and maybe they'll be able to tell what the grade of the card is. But, I think even if that's the case, that, yeah, that's going to impact the price in some way, right? Because you can just say, oh, I'm guaranteed a PSA 10 out of this pack. I don't know. There's all kinds of weird, interesting interactions that this technology would have with the grading process and probably the price of the grading yeah, because everybody's going to want a piece of the pie, right? So if I was looking at it, I would basically only be looking each booster box, 36 packs from first edition base set should have roughly 12 packs with holographic cards in them. You're looking for Charizard if you want a chance at making any money. Now, bear in mind, the Charizard only gets you to $200,000 in a 10, right? Minus the grading cost and the scanning fees and everything like that. So you still need $50,000 in value in the rest of the cards. So if I am looking for guaranteed value from my sealed booster box, I basically have to find a PSA 10 Charizard, and every other card has to be PSA 10, or two PSA 10 Charizards, or a PSA 10 or a 9 or something like that, right? Two Charizards in one box. Anything else, you're falling flat. Now, I think from what I've seen of the imaging technology, you're not actually guaranteed to see like the print lines on the holo. So the fact that that impacts grading is one of the things that would deter people from doing this, because I'm sure you can determine centering and, I guess just centering and what cards are in there. But if you can't determine print line quality, then it's null. All of it's null, because you could get, four Charizards in one box, but the print lines are horrible and they all come out as 8s. And you still didn't, maybe you break even if you're lucky, right? So I'm going to put a graphic up on the screen, and I'm just going to it's literally going to be just like an absolutely crazy, don't even this is absolutely unreal, but it is like a maximum best case scenario, average of everything, profit or loss, right? And I'm comparing a first edition base set booster box of the very first booster box to a Twilight Masquerade, the newest booster box, okay? So we've got $250,000 for a first ed base set booster box with 36 packs. The cost to scan, so this is cost per pack, so 36 times the 65, I think, or 60, whatever it was, 2340, and then the cost to grade all of the cards. You can see it on the right hand side. They're all individually labeled, Alakazam through Zapdos, right? Obviously the Machamp isn't in here because you could only get that in the deck, but there's 15 holos, right? The cost to grade all of them would be $14,200. So the total cost of the booster box, the scanning, and the grading would be $266,000 and $266,000, right? I'm just gonna round. And then you've got all of the PSA 10 prices of the holo on the right hand side in those columns there. And then if you look at the average price of all of the holos in PSA 10, it's $25,570, right? And then basically you've got the average return, so assuming all PSA 10s. So you've got the average price multiplied by 12 minus A10, which is the cost of the box, or the cost of the box and all the services, right? So your average ROI is $40,000. Okay, which, you know, is roughly 15%, so 1.15x, right? So you're looking at a 15% return on your investment of $266,000 of $40,000. Now, all of this is assuming private sales, and that's assuming you find somebody to buy all 12 cards that you get, right? That's also assuming they're all PSA 10. And Chansey is notoriously difficult to get in a 10. That's why it's $55,000, right? So, like, the average price is skewed already just from the Charizard and the Chansey. If you look at the prices of all the other cards, you know, from bottom up, you got 6,000, 13,000, 7,000, 5,000, right? This is not good. This is not sustainable. This is not something anyone should ever realistically consider. This is a bad business decision. You do not ever do this. The only way that I could see this being of any kind of use ever is for verification purposes. So the best case scenario I can see, you know, the most useful application for this technology would be making sure that whatever product you buy is real. Like, we've all seen the scams of people buying, what was it, Logan Paul got like a base, but he got like, what did he get, like sports cars or something in his box? And it was like, it was sealed, right? Like, it looked like it was factory sealed. So for me, the best case scenario for this technology is ensuring authenticity. The best use case is ensuring authenticity. This is not, there's no way this ever makes anything better as far as profitability goes, right? Even if you're talking about the most absolute, like, if you scan your box, you get double Zard, you grade both of them, they both come back as a 10. Congratulations, you made $400,000 on those two cards, but your cost is still $266,000, right? And I'm, you know, assuming you get a 30%, 50%, maybe if you're lucky, 50% ROI on like the one out of, I don't know how many boxes that has the double Zard that are both 10. So rare because you have that notorious spot for the print line. Anyway, yeah, so let's look at the Twilight Masquerade booster box now, right? $125 for a box, 36 packs. Cost to scan is the same as the base set booster box, which I think is wrong because I think they would charge you more to scan a base set booster box. Don't see why they wouldn't. Cost to grade, so that's the same as the right hand side. Everything cost to grade is there. So your total cost for a Twilight Masquerade booster box, scanning and grading, is $2,738. Okay? This is your average return, assuming all PSA 10s, and look at the card selection, guys. These are literally the top 15 cards in the set. So if you get all top 15 cards that are like SIRs, gold cards, if you get all top 15 cards, which is not going to happen, ever. This is never going to happen. But this is best case scenario. This is best if you get all the best cards, all 15, SIRs, everything. You're still losing 15% of your money. You're still losing 15% of your money. This is ridiculous. No one's ever going to do this. I guess, like, my main point, I would encourage anyone who's involved in this kind of technology, take the high road, use it for verifying authenticity of products. That's it. That's it. That's all you should do. In that case, it's a worthwhile process, and if people are buying a 250,000 booster box, chances are it's from a reputable source anyway, but they'd be happy to spend an extra $1,000 or whatever to make sure that it is real. I would be. So I mean, that is, that for me, that's what I think should happen. That's the direction I think this should go, if anywhere. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from it. I know there's not a lot going on. It's just a picture and whatever. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, let me know what you think down below. If you like this kind of stuff, this is my first video of this kind, so please subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos. I've been getting like some crazy wild luck on the channel lately with openings and pulls and stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed again. Thanks for watching. Bye.